Is Missing by Harry Allard and James Marshall. The kid in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling. Paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. "Now settle down," said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. They were even rude during story hour. And they always refused to do their lessons. "Something will have to be done," said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. "Wow," yelled the kids, "now we can really act up." They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. "Today, let's just be terrible," they said. "Not so fast," hissed up an unpleasant voice. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. "I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp." And she rapped the desk with her ruler. "Where is Miss Nelson?" asked the kids. "Never mind that," snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. Now right there, I'm going to stop. And what if you had a sub and you didn't behave for them? Now, let's see what happens. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work. And she loaded them down with homework. "Well, have no story hour today," said Miss Swamp. "Keep your mouths shut," said Miss Swamp. "And if you'll be misbehaved, you'll be sorry," said Miss Swamp. The kids in room 207 never worked so hard. Days went by and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. "Maybe you should try to find her," they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said. Think Miss Nelson is missing." Detective McSmog would not be much help. Again, I don't think we're going to stop and think about if you had a detective who did not work that well in your neighborhood. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person that they see Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. "If she sees us, she'll give us more homework." They got away just in time. "Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled by a shark," said one of those kids. But that didn't seem likely. And here we have sharks, very unpleasant. I think that's Miss Nelson there. "Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars," said another kid, but that didn't seem likely either. "I know," exclaimed one, "no at all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies." But that was the least likely of all. I think there's a car with all the butterflies on it. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. "Here comes the witch," they whispered. "Hello, children," someone said it in a sweet voice. Right here it says, "The capital of England's London. The capital of Sweden is Stockholm. The capital of Japan is Tokyo. The capital of Italy is Rome. The capital of Greece is Athens. The capital of China is Beijing. The capital of Denmark is... I can't read that because of the children. It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me, she asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? There's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about a story hour? Oh, yes, cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed during story hour no one was rude or silly. What brought this lovely change, she asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. P.S. Detective Smog is working on a new case. He's now looking for Miss Viola Swamp.
Good job. Thank you, Luke.
No, I'm not done yet.